Good morning everyone. Today, a representative from Group 1 will present our infographic titled Trade Union Intervention in Organizational Restructuring, the HSBC and New Malaysian Dispute. First, let me explain what a trade union is. A trade union is an organization formed by employees to protect their rights and interests at work. The main purposes of a trade union are to protect workers' rights, to improve working conditions, to represent employees during dispute, and negotiate with employers through collective bargaining. In Malaysia, trade unions are protected under the Trade Unions Act 1959. This case is about the conflict between HSBC in Malaysia and NUB, which stand for the National Union of Bank Employees. The dispute happened when HSBC started restructuring the company by closing some branches and offering employees VSS, which means Voluntary Separation Scheme, and MSS, which means Mutual Separation Scheme. NUB believed that HSBC did not follow proper industrial relations practices during the process. Now, I will explain the main issues in this dispute. There are three main issues in this case. Issue 1, lack of consultation with the union. HSBC made restructuring decisions without discussing them properly with NUB. The union was not informed early and employees felt their opinions are ignored. Because of this, trust between the employers and employees become weaker. Industrial relations also become poor because communication was not effective. Issue number 2 is job security. HSBC offered VSS and MSS and also closed several branches. Many employees left the company while others worry about losing their jobs. This creates fears, financial stress, and lower motivation among employees. When a worker feels insecure, their performance and confidence usually decrease. Issue number 3 is employer interference and unfair treatment. NUB claimed that HSBC interfered with union activities. Some employees who supported the union felt pressure and believed they were treated unfairly. This reduced employees' confidence in the union and made them afraid to participate in union activities. Overall, these three issues affected the relationship between employees, the union, and the employer. Next, we will look at the timeline and industrial relation concept. Now, let's look at the timeline of this case. In 2011 and 2012, HSBC announced its restructuring plan, including branch closures and VSS or MSS. In 2012, NUB raised concern and asked HSBC to discuss the restructuring with the union. From 2012 until 2013, NUB organized meetings, protests, and filed the case in the industrial court. Between 2014 and 2021, the legal process continued with hearing in court. Finally, in 2022, the federal court decided that some actions by HSBC were not in line with the law and workers' union rights must be respected. Now, let me explain three important industrial relation concepts. The first concept is collective bargaining. This means employers and union discuss together about salary, benefits, and working conditions to reach an agreement. The second concept is industrial harmony. Industrial harmony means employers and employees work together peacefully and good communication and mutual respect. The third concept is employee participation. Employees should have the opportunity to share ideas and be involved in decisions that affect their work. This concept helps reduce conflict and create a better workplace. Now, I will explain the impacts, recommendation, and conclusion. This dispute has several impacts. First, on employees. Many employees experience stress because they were worried about losing their jobs. They also had lower morale and less trust in management. Second, on the company, communication became weaker, productivity decreased because employees felt unhappy and less motivated. The company's image was also affected. Third, on industrial relations, there were more workplace conflict and weaker cooperation between employers and employees. Now, let's look at the recommendation. First, strengthen union independence so union can work freely without employer interference. Second, improve legal protection to make sure workers' rights are respected. Third, encourage employee participation in important decisions. Fourth, promote fair collective bargaining through open communication. And finally, reduce employer interference in union activities. In conclusion, this case teaches us that communication and consultation are very important during organizational restructuring. When employers respect union rights and involve employees in discussions, it's helped build trust, reduce conflict, and create better industrial relations. That's all from me. Thank you.